Greeting viewers, today we're working on a 98 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to replace outer tie rod ends. So first off, wheels are removed. You're going to want to get yourself some pliers. And you're going to want to just kind of jiggle out. And you're going to just keep grabbing it until you get this cotter pin out. Okay, once the cotter pin is removed, set that aside. You're going to have to remove this bolt in order to get this off. To remove that bolt, guys, we're going to be using a 19mm impact socket with a breaker bar and turn counterclockwise. Okay guys, once you break this loose, you're going to want to remove it. And you're going to want to flip this over. It's called a castle nut. You want to flip the crown over, so that way when you're going to be whacking this to pop the ball joint. So what I do is I barely put it on there, so that way when you hit it, you don't strip the threads. The reason why I flipped it is so you don't damage the outer side of the castle nut. You're going to want to get yourself a nice sludge hammer. And right where this bolt is, you're just going to whack it straight down. Now that you guys pop this loose, you just leave that there. Now we're going to remove this 15mm nut. Now you're going to get yourself a ratchet with a 15mm shallow or deep socket, either one. Deep socket will probably work best. Now, so you don't have to give yourself an alignment after you replace this tie rod, which normally you're supposed to. Before loosening this 15mm nut on the tie rod end, you're going to want to count the threads and mark it with a marker. On this, I already counted them, so I know it's at the 11th thread. So that way when you put it back together, it's aligned exactly the way it was. So I'm gonna break that loose. Okay. Get that pretty loose. Sorry guys, I'm using one hand so I can show you guys. I'm gonna come up here and remove this castle nut. Also guys, I recommend using the impact to get that nut off. You're also going to want to remove this bolt. It looks just like this one, same size. You're going to want to remove that as well. Once you loosen both of these bolts, you want to turn clockwise. It's the opposite because they're left-hand threads, so you're going to want to turn it clockwise to remove it. Next, you guys are going to want to compare. This is the old one. This is the new one. Notice that the boot isn't torn. And you want minimal play. You'll notice on this one, it's already starting to crack. See all that grease on it? It's just causing it to go bad. You hear the clunking when you're turning it back and forth. So yes, just kind of compare them. Make sure that they're the same thread pitch. And some of them, they may have a grease fitting. They're already pumped full of grease. So what you're going to want to do next is you're going to come with a little grease fitting. This is just a little fitting, so if you ever want to add grease to it later. Your little pliers or a little wrench, kind of just tighten it. When you guys install it, you're going to want to put it on counterclockwise because they're left-hand threads. Just kind of spin that all the way up to where you marked it at, or in this case, 11 threads away from the end. Just kind of spin that counterclock up to where you marked it at. As you guys can see, I counted 11 threads because that's where it was when I removed it. So right before you fully tighten up everything, make sure it's right at where your mark was, or right to where it was before, then fully tighten it. Once you guys tighten up these bolts and it's set right where you marked it, go ahead and start putting your castle nut on. Shove that through. Just kind of start hand tying the castle nut. Then you're gonna get your impact. Just hit it, the impact. Then guys, you're gonna get this little cotter pin. You're gonna shove it right through the hole. Pop it all the way through. Go ahead and get yourself some pliers and just kind of tap it all the way through. And what I do is just bend it one backwards like that. And the next one, just bend it back like that. Then you're good. And that's how you replace that outer tie rod in.